the show becomes popular, you could see like the making of. So now it's on. It's just recording. There's nobody watching. Okay, it's just me and you. It's just straight footage.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are with Justin, and he is seeking to be one of the next characters in the Gates of Avalon. I am Drake. I am your host, as always, and we're going to give him a crash course in how we play, why we play, and what we play. So the good thing about it is that you don't need to be a 20-year veteran of the rules at all. In fact, that's not what we want. We've had some characters who are like rule mongers, and they kind of faded themselves out. They didn't like it or whatever. The game is about all of us connecting to this little tiny camera here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm crushing my head. I'm crushing my head. And being a little cool, but being very, very on point on the role playing. Okay? So the other thing is you don't know the other characters. You're not friends from the academy. You're not hired by the wizard. You're not like running from the bad guys or whatever. It's a very immersive world. I'm going to give you a quick synopsis, unless you want to say something first. Are you ready to?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. So you saw the one pager. I gave you some background. You should study the hell out of that thing because there isn't one word in there that's a waste. Okay, that's the same treatment I sent to the producers and the prospective sponsors of this show. So this is what all day long I work on securing sponsors. That's why we're talking in the evening, and I'm in a hotel room in Philadelphia. Just let you know.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I do, and I also run the rest of my business. But this is my baby. I wrote this idea. I came up with this idea when I was standing in a cathedral in Manhattan, in this massive cathedral on Central Park on Fifth Avenue, and we were there for some religious event. And I was like, you know what? The story of heaven and hell is the best story that's ever been written. And I want to take it into a fantasy realm. So here's the story. This is the realm, and I don't know if you know anything about the multiverse in Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm going to give you a quick crash.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
That's all right. The prime material plane. Have you ever heard of that? I also suggest you study up on the planes of existence for Dungeons and Dragons. The prime material plane is where most of the action takes place in all of the campaigns that have ever been written in the last 40 years of Dungeons and Dragons. And the premise of it is there's this giant universe, and these little worlds are like little Earths. Okay, imagine a million Earths with a million maps and a million stories where all the races of the mortals come and go in their time and place. Mm-hmm. And this is just one of these little places, and it's called Kin, K-Y-N. Okay, this is something that I made up, and Kin has a deep history, which I can't tell you everything. And one of the things about Kin is that 1,000 years ago, a great fissure opened up in the largest forest on Kin called the Ancient Wood. And this fissure, nobody really knew what it was, but what issued forth from it was the doom of hell. A black smoke came out of this fissure, and it poisoned the earth, and it turned the animals and the fauna, the flora and the fauna of the forest corrupt. And the elves that lived in the forest, they immediately knew that something was amiss. And they had lived there for thousands of years without any humans or anybody else around. And over the last 1,000 years or so, humans had come to this one continent on Kin. And they had lived in small, sort of pathetic tribes, minor traders. But when this earth cut opened in the forest and this black smoke issued forth, it poisoned not only the land and the trees and the animals, but it poisoned the minds of all the mortals who lived there. And the wood elves went to war against these creatures, these denizens of hell. But nobody could quite understand what was really the purpose and who was running this whole show. So after hundreds and hundreds of years, the wood elves began to be defeated. And the other elves, the high elves, who dealt more with the humans, the Wood Elves tried to make a pact with them to try to work together to fight back this black smoke that issued forth. And it worked for a while, and the High Elves tried to bring in the humans as allies, but the humans betrayed them. And the Wood Elves felt betrayed by the High Elves and the humans, and they withdrew into a feral state in the woods. Okay? This is where it becomes important to your character. The Wood Elves had a capital city, which was their only real available interface with the rest of the races of kin. It was called Grendel. And Grendel was a beautiful testament to what the Wood Elves could build. And the High Elves and the Dwarves and the humans, they came there and they traded for hundreds of years. But when the Wood Elves withdrew and the black smoke eventually came and took over the city, they gave up their capital and they went into the woods to be rarely seen again. And the ancient wood, this timeless primordial forest, turned black and got renamed by the humans the Black Smoke Wood. And in the center of Black Smoke was this former Wood Elf capital called Grendel, and they renamed it Black Smoke. And this is a city, and I have all this artwork I could show you. We'll get to it.
Mm-hmm.
This city of Black Smoke became a haven for all the corrupted souls on kin who breathed in the smoke and were forever changed.
Wow.
And they built some of their own buildings, and they built their own way of life over hundreds of years. And 100 years ago, something happened that was different. Out of the earth cut came a champion from hell. His name was Malbone. And Malbone sought to finally conquer all of kin in the name of his lord, which I won't tell you.
Okay.
And he came out and he gathered upon him all the evil that he could. He went into Black Smoke under the guise of many different faces and many different names. And he offered deals to the people there. He promised them positions of power and corrupted them further and damned them. And he built an army out of ridiculously corrupted animals from the forest and great beasts from hell itself. And he tried to sweep across the land. And he was damn near successful, except one man came out of the shadows of the broken alliances among the humans. And his name was Urban Magnus. And Urban Magnus found favor where almost all was lost on kin just 100 years ago. And he became the champion of light for the god Foltus. This is a legend that everybody on kin knows. And he gathered unto himself the loyal, good-fearing armies of a group called the Ten. The Ten was the most powerful houses of the humans on kin. And he somehow stitched them together into this loose alliance as they were falling and becoming corrupt through the machinations of Malbone. And after 3 or 4 years, he assembled one final army to try to hold Malbone off from the last good cities. And Malbone swept out of the Black Smoke Wood with a seemingly insurmountable force. And they met on the river banks of the Thule River with the final bridge to defend from the interior homelands. And they had a great battle. And all seemed lost, except at one crucial moment, Urban Magnus drew his champion of light, this the hammer of light. He engaged in single combat while thousands of others watched on. And he looked like he was going to lose. But at one crucial moment, he swung, the parry was failed, and Malbone's head was destroyed. And with him, his body disappeared, banished back to hell. And his entire army broke ranks, and they were defeated. And from the ashes of that battle, Urban Magnus founded a new kingdom called Avalon. Avalon, under his guidance and his pure heart and mind, became a shining jewel from whence there was chaos for centuries. and he created laws, and he built a great city called the city of Avalon. And at his side was a great archmage named Zorin. Zorin was the most powerful mage in the continent, and he was betrothed to Urban Magnus's sister because Zorin was a great lover and a great romantic, and he fell in love with the king's sister, and he married her, and the three of them together built this great kingdom. They coordinated the 10 into one solid kingdom. They built massive walls of defense because Urban Magnus always believed that the demons of hell would come back. And in the last 100 years, they have built up this great kingdom. But the city of Black Smoke, over 200 miles away from where Avalon stands, has remained in the smoke because the earth cut was magically sealed through the victory of Urban Magnus, and nothing could come out. But recently, in your character's recent memory, things have just been getting worse and worse every year. You see the crime rising in Black Smoke. You see the helplessness and the hopelessness of the city that you love just getting worse and worse. Now, this is where we can get into where you see your character and where I have to blend you in. So you're allowed definitely to have your own character. You need to tell me, and you don't have to tell me all tonight. We can exchange some emails. You talked about Yugo. Tell me about Yugo, and where might he fit into a world like this?
Ooh. Yeah, Yugo, he's, at least when I thought of him, he's very self-servant for the most part. He does what he has to survive.
Mm-hmm.
He's not necessarily evil or anything. Like, he wouldn't just kill someone for the sake of killing someone. He mostly just does things that benefit him. At least that's what I thought of the character.
Mm-hmm.
As far as where he would be, now originally, I don't know if half-elves exist in this world. I don't know.
They do. Let me give you a little background. I'm going to help you help yourself, okay? I'll give you a little more information. So in that great battle 100 years ago, before that, when Malbone was sweeping through the land, right near the earth cut were the dwarven homelands. So he conquered them through great earthquake and volcanic activity. And the dwarves on Kin are very far and few between. Maybe 2 or 3% of the population. If you've ever seen two dwarfs in one room, it would be amazing.
Wow.
And they live a very difficult life. The wood elves live a feral existence now. Small clans run by princes who try to defend their little areas from the encroaching doom from the earth cut, especially now as it's getting worse and worse. And the high elves, well, they were never that much of a population, but they lived as merchants, traders, mages, and sword masters. And there's a small population as well. Now, half-elves could exist anywhere. There are also halflings who come from the plains in the south and the grasslands. There are barbarians in the north, and there are lots of different types of humans that live all over the continent. But for the most part, half-elves could come from anywhere. I love your idea of a half-elf. That's a very good idea. But let me give you a little more backstory on things on the ground now in Black Smoke.
Okay.
Black Smoke is run by a syndicate. Even though it keeps its position as part of the Kingdom of Avalon, inside the walls of Black Smoke, the bureaucrats of Avalon have no idea what's going on. It's hundreds of miles away. As long as they pay their tributes and the city guards and the Imperial Army can sort of move around at will without too much trouble, they don't care. And they know that Black Smoke is kind of a lost cause. But it's a big city. Okay. It has about 30,000 people. And the city is run by this very interesting syndicate. The Syndicate has 4 factions. Okay, the top faction is like the government. Okay, the second faction is the muscle. They're the muscle. And the third and fourth factions, well, they jockey to try to overthrow number 1. That's all they do. So they've all cyclically gone to and from. So your character could be from any of those factions. But if you come in there, there's really nothing else that goes on. There's a couple of merchant guilds, and there's some other types of guilds, and you're on the river. And I got to tell you, the river is the lifeblood. A lot of this campaign is about travel, because it's really interesting to try and negotiate travel over long distances. So the river, the Thule River, the Black Smoke is on the river, and Avalon is on the river, and it's like 200 something miles apart. And goods are shipped back and forth on the river. There's also a highway called the King's Highway, a vital thoroughfare of trade as well. So if you were going to go between the two, you could go on a boat, or you could go on the highway. You could go on the highway, or you could go on a boat. Okay? The docks in Black Smoke are the lifeblood of the city. And then the city's other purpose is that it's the easternmost city in the kingdom. And all further to the east are the eastern provinces, which, in the campaign we may not get into very much, but it's the gateway to the eastern provinces, which are beyond the kingdom of Avalon. There's a desert out there. The old destroyed volcanic ruins of the dwarven homelands are out there. There's other things that maybe you've never even heard of out there to the east. But Avalon is to the west. Avalon is on the sea. You guys are far in. Black Smoke is far inland. To the south, you have the Black Smoke Wood, which really blocks all travel to the south. Nobody wants to go through the woods. It's not safe. If the devils don't get you, the wood elves will. They don't want to see anybody. So the factions. Maybe you could figure out where you fall in there.
Okay. Yeah.
So you could think about that. Now, here's a very important point about the way that we play. Since you guys don't know each other and you're not rolling up characters all sitting at the same table, it's very important that you create intrigue around your character. So the other players will want to know more about you, and the people watching will want to know more about you as well. So you would never come in and tell anybody what your class is. You have behavior. That's how we play. We don't ever show anybody what your strength is. When we do die rolls, you don't have to announce what your bonuses are, because everything's on D&D Beyond. We can all share it online.
Yeah.
But the other players cannot see your character sheet, and vice versa. So I'm looking for all the players to build their presence through their role playing. Okay? We don't talk about what equipment we have. You can, when someone says, "Hey, this new guy," I look right at him. What does he look like? You can describe it. I don't have to describe it. You see this dude who looks like this. He's this tall. He's a half elf. They might not even know what a half elf is, these people. So you don't have to say, "I'm a half elf." You could say that if you want, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
And so the way that the campaign is running right now, you have no idea what the story is so far. You're going to be coming in like almost in the middle, which I think is really interesting. I'd love to be a character coming in the middle, because there's a lot of stuff the other characters know that you don't. But that doesn't mean that they know everything, because they don't. Okay? You can know the stuff I just told you. I could tell you more. If you're really into it, we can create a character for you. We can do it right now.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I already have an idea of a faction, at least.
What's your thoughts?
I mean, I would think that he would be a part of one of the either the third or fourth faction. The one.
Right. So you got to think like the third and fourth factions are doing two things. If you're third, you don't want to be fourth. If you're fourth, you definitely want to be third. And then if you're third, you want to somehow have two help you become one. It's a very, very, very simple thing.
I would say probably fourth. I would probably say, he would probably be a part of the fourth faction.
And I have names for all these things.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
I do. We have so much stuff. I mean, we have hundreds of pages of stuff, and we have all this cool artwork. I have a art director, this guy Nicholas. He's a guy from Colombia. He's a phenomenal artist. We have maps. I'm not going to show you it all tonight because I want it to be fresh for you. If you want to be part of the fourth faction, have you ever played any other role-playing games or any other kind of anything else? Have you ever read any fantasy novels or anything else?
Yeah.
Are you into that?
I've read. I'm still reading the Game of Thrones one.
Nice.
First book, but I mean, I've seen movies. I played games when I was younger.
Like what kind of games?
Fable. I'm thinking of role playing.
Yeah.
It's the Star Wars one. The the Old Republic.
These are video games.
Yeah, these are.
Yeah. Is there no way that you can't lower that camera? Because I'm only getting like a part of your face.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I have to angle the whole computer down.
That's better. Or you can sit up more. I don't know if your chair can get higher.
This better?
Yeah, that's fine. I just don't want to have it cut off because I want you to have like a whole face.
Yeah, sorry.
I know. I got to say it all the time to everybody. Don't worry. It's not your fault. All right. So anyway, in the interest of time, so if you don't have to have had any of that experience, don't worry. It's not even important. I'm just asking.
Okay.
But what I want to do is we play on Wednesday nights. Can you play on Wednesday night?
Wednesday nights? Yeah, that should be fine. Like
we start about 6:15, 6:30. Yeah, and we play till probably 8:30.
And that's Eastern time, right?
Yeah, Eastern Daylight Time, right?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Good. And I really want to like get this through to you. Like, this is important that you do a little homework. And when you come in, if you want to play, I'm going to leave it up to you. We're going to play in 2 days. So I'm going to send you some material to read. I'm going to send you some links to read. Okay. There's going to be some stuff I want you to put in the back of Justin's head that's not in your character's head. Okay. Just so, because we don't have time while we're running live for people to go look on the internet and flip through books and crap like that. It's all off the cuff. It's all intense. You're in it right now. Boom, boom, boom. It's like Justin is in the spot, but it's not Justin. You know what I mean? I throw a lot of stuff at people. Each character has their own missions, like not like side missions, but they have their own motives. So I want to work with you on what you think are your motives. So imagine, like you said, you're in this fourth house. We'll call them the Toreadors. Okay? They are the Toreadors. And the Toreadors are they're like pathetic in a lot of ways. Sorry to tell you. That's why they're in fourth place. But they used to be in charge of everything. But their greatest member was assassinated. And since then, they've fallen upon hard times. Okay. Now, the top, when you're in the top, your faction leader becomes the governor of the city. And you take control of all of the municipal departments. And that's how the corruption of the government works. And the second group is the muscle. Okay? So they go and make sure the third and fourth house doesn't do anything to you. And the muscle just gets paid. They don't care about being number one because number one eventually gets taken out. But they've been number two forever. And that's how smart they are. They're the best fighters. They have the best training mechanism, the best training methods, and they don't bother stealing or manipulating anybody. Nobody gets killed in Avalon without their say-so. Okay? Oh. And the third house and the fourth house, all they try to do is get enough money and enough influence to have number two betray number one. And that's how it works.
Okay.
So there are a lot of things going on. And a character like yours, maybe he's been in town his whole life. Maybe he just got off the boat yesterday. You got to figure it out. Maybe he's committed a couple of crimes outside the rules and almost gotten killed but gotten let go to try to get one more chance. Maybe he escaped. Okay, maybe he's a really sneaky, sly dude who's been keeping himself on the down low and is almost out of money and starving. And he needs to make himself known a little bit. I don't know. Those are just some ideas that came to me. What do you think? Where do you see? And give me a new idea, if you think.
Oh, a new idea.
What's he good at? What is he? You said he's out for himself. He's a solo act. Okay. Yeah. Is he someone for hire? Is he for hire?
Yeah, definitely.
So he's for hire. And what are his skills that you see? What does he focus on?
I was thinking it was more covert kind of stuff, just very sneaky. I mean, he's not really. He won't fight someone straight up. He'll try to find other means of getting rid of someone.
Let me give you three. There's three types of people. There's three types of character classes, not true D&D classes, but three types of character classes in the Syndicate. The lowest level is the footpad. You know what a footpad is? You ever heard that term?
Sounds familiar, but
so you can look it up.
Yeah.
But a footpad is like a street gang guy. Okay. He'll like rough somebody up, right? He'll perform a mugging, right? He'll mug somebody, or he'll help some other people, strong arm a merchant. These are like the lowest level, but they got some skills to pay the bills, and they generally don't do any missions on their own. They get drawn into missions from smarter people. The next level up is the cut purse. The cut purse is someone who they'll threaten, they'll steal, they're a little sharper than the footpad, a little more skilled, they can talk their way in and out of things, okay? They might be able to put together a small group to do something. The cut purse cares about money, and they try to accumulate enough money to get in the favor of the Syndicate, okay? They might belong to one of the factions, they might be independent, but usually the independents, when they get good, they get swallowed up. Okay, there's two ways you get swallowed up. One is you're really crappy and they kill you, and one is you're really good and they hire you. There's really nothing happening in the middle. And the third level are the rogues. The rogues are the ones that understand the social manipulations of the city. Okay, the rogues are like the captains. Okay, they're the ones that hire the cut purses and give them a couple of footpads to go out and steal something from a merchant or trick the city guard into letting someone out of jail or this kind of stuff. So Black Smoke is a really cool place where all these things are going on. And above them, well, those are the nobles. And the nobles are anything but noble. But they happen to be in charge. So and the four factions pretty much run top to bottom with those four types of characters. And the one most important thing I want to tell you, Justin, is if you play a true rogue from the D&D character class, you never tell anyone you're a rogue.
Okay.
You never tell anyone you're a thief. Would you ever do that in real life?
No.
So you have to have almost like a fake persona that's something else. Maybe you're a fighter, right?
Okay.
Maybe you're a ranger. Maybe you're anything else. You got to dress yourself up so nobody thinks that you're a rogue, okay, or a thief in the D&D world. So I'm giving you a lot of fodder for you to chew on. And maybe your character is, is living in the streets. Maybe they have some kind of crappy job. Mm-hmm. Maybe they're in jail. Maybe they're a runaway. Maybe they're an escaped convict. Maybe they're a stowaway on a boat, right? Maybe they're working at the Merchant Guild, but they're kind of embezzling. Who the hell knows what your character's doing? But if you know anything about, I want you to go to D&D Beyond. Can you go there right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to invite you, once you create a character. Let me get this out of here.
I was wondering, because you mentioned those foot pads and
cut purse,
rogue. I'm wondering, could I possibly be someone who is trying to work my way up?
Yeah, that's what everyone's trying to do
So
in
basically,
this in Black Smoke.
yeah, like if I decide I want to be a cut purse, but like I'm a cut purse, but I want to be a rogue instead,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
foot. Okay.
yeah. So listen, you're not going to start at the bottom because this is a very, very powerful campaign.
Okay.
Okay, your character is going to potentially join in to the rest of the group that is on a mission, to save the entire world. So there's no room for any losers.
and
If
just
you know what I mean.
and just as Yugo speaking, what would be in it for me, for his character? Like,
Well, hang on one second.
oh,
That's a great concept. No, I think we should hash this out because I want to get you in the game in 2 days.
no pressure.
Because look, it's all about pressure, brother. We're going to become very, very good friends. I mean, I met these other 3 or 4 people. I'm not bringing all of them into the production game because some of them don't show up often enough. One of the most important things about this is that it's almost like a little job.
Okay.
You can't be late. You can't be late. You can't be sick. And if you're going to quit, you got to quit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't quit and come back. I've already killed 2 characters.
Oh wow.
All right. and I think the audience will eat that shit up. So we're looking to be a little different. So let me invite you. Did you go to D&D? Did you go to D&D Beyond?
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
Did you sign up?
Yeah, I have. I've made a couple of characters already.
All right, I'm going to invite you to our campaign. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me just log in here. I mean, D&D. Look, we're trying to partner with D&D, so that's why we're running the whole campaign through them.
Okay.
Campaigns. Okay, I'm going to send you an invite. Wait a minute. Let's see if I can get this invite here. Here's the invite. Send this link to your players and have them join the campaign. Copy the link. Okay, so I'm going to go here and I'm going to email this link to your to you, and you're going to become part of it. So hang on.
Okay.
You got to go. You got time constraints here?
Oh no. I'm good.
Okay, I'm going to just put it in this there. Your last name is Walrond?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to pronounce that right.
Actually, you're one of the few to pronounce it right.
I'm good like that. I'm very good at pronouncing names. Let me know when you get this link. Go to your Gmail. We're going to run through your Gmail. We have to.
All right. Oh, I got it.
Yeah, click on that.
Just waiting for it to load.
Yeah. How good it seems like your internet connection is pretty good. Pretty happy about that.
I think it is.
And your sound is good. What are you using for a mic?
Oh, right now I'm not actually using a mic.
It's okay. You're just using your laptop microphone.
But I could get one because these mics probably aren't that good. The ones I have right now.
Yeah, if you can, that'd be better because the sound is really important.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Like I use a 2-camera rig. I got a phone with a camera, and I got the laptop, so I can actually one of the things that we like to do is have a dice cam.
Okay. Oh, could I I can use my phone for that if I have
yeah, you could yeah, if you go to Google Hangouts on your phone right now, you should probably see this session and you can see you see how I'm there twice?
Yeah.
You see this right here? See, this is my phone.
Okay.
This is the side of my head. This is the side of my head. That's my grill. It's at the top of my head. You know how it is.
Okay.
Okay? So like if I want to roll dice, I'll just point the phone right here, see, and I can roll dice. And
All right, I get
but
it.
You don't have to do that. We're trying to figure out if we're doing that.
I mean, I'll do it if that's something you guys want. Yeah, I'll do it.
If you like. I mean, it does drain your bandwidth a little bit to have two cams running, but you have to see if that's works out. So did you get to D&D Beyond?
For some reason, it's still loading on my phone. I don't know what's going on.
On your phone? You're trying to go there on your phone?
I'll just use my computer instead.
Yeah, definitely use your computer, man. It's really important that you keep your D&D Beyond thing open all the time, because we do go to D&D Beyond in the game just to, for the sponsorship that we use it. I have a lot of homebrew stuff on there that I can give you items and stuff, and tell you about this, that, and the other thing.
All right.
So you're saying that your camera is on top of your monitor?
Yeah, it's right on top of the monitor.
Yeah, that's what I have. I have like a webcam here,
and
it's on top of my laptop. I don't use the laptop cam. It's kind of crappy. And I think I would ask you if you can get a little more light on your face.
Okay. I have a flashlight that I could put right on the table here.
No.
Not a flashlight. I mean, like an actual light,
like a lamp. You should put the lamp.
Yeah.
But you have to have the lamp be behind your camera.
Okay.
'Cause if the lamp is in front of the camera, it won't look good. You'll be washed out. See, like right now, I have this lamp right here. See, that's like too bright, right? I put it over here.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're talking about.
And then it keeps your face pretty light. Because I can see it's the light from your monitor that's lighting your face, I think.
Yeah.
This is just shit we have to do because I'm not asking you to go out and buy equipment and stuff. Just find a lamp, or like you have the lamp on the fan. You have the light on the fan behind you.
Yes.
That's fine. And this room is kind of fine. Although the mirror on your closet door could be an issue, but I think we'll just live with it.
I mean, I could cover it too if necessary.
What could you cover it with?
Maybe look like maybe a sheet or something. It'll just look like curtains.
Yeah. I mean, if you're into that, you figure it out. I'm just trying to let you know, like, those are the kind of things that are a little distracting to the visuals.
Okay.
Are you on D&D Beyond? Did you get there?
Yeah, I'm on D&D right now. Just trying to get.
Yeah, so just join.
Yeah. Sorry, it's taking.
It's okay.
It's just different. Because I had everything open on my phone, I didn't have it open on the actual computer, which is.
That's okay.
Okay. Just waiting. All right. Wait, I could check from. Sorry, just
no. You don't have to be sorry, dude. I just look, the tech is always complicated because sometimes things don't work right and blah blah blah. Do you see the invitation? I don't know what it's like when you.
Well, I definitely saw the invitation on my phone through my email. I'm just trying to get it.
Oh yeah, you got to log into Gmail on Chrome or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's strange.
What happened?
I don't see it on here. I see it on my phone. I don't see it.
What, the invitation?
Yeah, I see it on my phone. I don't see it on my computer for some reason. Hold on. Let me just
okay.
Make sure I'm in the right. It's still loading.
Do you want me to send another invite?
Yeah, can you?
Do you want me to send another invite?
Yeah, I don't know what.
So you're in Gmail right now?
I'm sorry?
You're in Gmail right now? Here, let me send you a link right here. See if you can see this. Did that pop up on your thing?
Where on my
I just sent you a private message. Do you see a private message?
where through Google Hangouts?
Yeah. But it should come up. If you're in Chrome, all of your Google Hangout stuff should be in the lower left. And I just sent you, it says we were in a video call. And I just sent you the link there. Did you see that pop up?
Oh.
Should be in the lower left. There should be a list. Like when you see under compose and all the little links, there should be like Google Plus is in there.
All right.
Okay. Do you see it? Do you see it?
It's loading. It just says it's loading. Hold on. Okay.
I just sent an email to you again.
Sorry. I'm just trying
It's okay. Like, don't worry about it. Like, you might have some technical issues. Better to iron them out now.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Let's see. Okay. It says sent a message. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what does it say?
There we go. Now I see it. I see the link.
All right, click that. Click that bad boy.
There we go.
So what do you do for a living?
Well, right now I work for an electric company.
Oh, a utility?
Yeah, utility company, and I'm trying to become an actor full time, so I can leave that job. So I'm acting on the side, and I'm doing that to pay for me to be able to act and go
Nice.
places.
So what do you what is it for? What utility?
PSENG. It's like the New Jersey equivalent of Con Ed.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. So,
Are you
uh,
like in Southern Jersey or Central Jersey?
no. I'm like right across the Hudson River from New
Oh,
York City,
what city? What city?
Jersey City.
Oh, nice. I used to work out there by
Really?
yeah, by Journal Square.
Oh yeah. Yep. I'm like 10 minutes away.
Sweet. Jersey
Okay, so
City.
I see the invite,
Yeah,
and
so click it. I don't even know what it does when you click it, but everyone else seems to be able to.
it says create a character. I already have a character that's a half elf rogue.
Yes. So why don't you?
Level one. I made him level
Yeah, yeah.
one.
We'll fix all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So can I
You're not
just
gonna.
join with him?
Can you attach? Can you attach it to my campaign?
Yeah. Okay.
So just whatever it's. I don't know what it looks like. So just attach it so I can see your character. Let me see. Let me know when you.
Yeah, I did it.
Let me see if it shows up here.
The name
Oh
is
yeah, boom,
yeah.
it's there. All right. So this is what I propose we do. I want you to spend a little time. I'm going to send you a couple links. Oh, let me see if I can show you some of our artwork. I think you'll like it. Let me see here. Oh shit. Let me see here. I want to see if I could share something with you. You'll love this shit, dude. This is a really, really good. We're really putting together a nice digital property here. I'm just letting you know. Let's see. That's a lot. I mean, I have like a couple of hundred pieces of art already. I want to show you something pretty cool here. Let it load for a second. It's a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna share. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share my screen with you. Hold on. How do you do that again? Nope, yeah, here we go. Can you see this? Tell me when you can see this.
Yes. Yes.
Like, so here's our logo.
Wow.
Do you see?
Yeah, I see it.
All right. I don't want you to really look at the rest of this shit, but a lot of this stuff is like.
Spoilers or something.
What?
It says spoilers for me.
No, I mean, it's stuff you probably won't see. I don't know if you can see all this stuff on the side here.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't want. Yeah, don't look at it too carefully.
Oh, sorry.
I want to show you Black Smoke, which is really
Okay.
cool. Um,
So I'll just keep that blocked, that side.
like here, look. This is the city of Black Smoke.
Oh wow. That's
Okay,
cool.
that's like one. That's like one view. This
That's
is
cool.
Nicholas, our artist, and then like this is another view.
Very cool.
Um, here's another view. It's like a canal that goes through Black Smoke, which is
Wow.
like a crazy place. Let me see what else you can find here. I have more maps down the bottom here.
Oh, sorry. I was looking again.
No, I know.
um,
This is stuff that you won't get because you know this is stuff that already happened. But I
this
think
art is
what?
I'm saying this art is amazing.
Yeah, it's sick, dude. It's sick. I've used Nicholas. He did all the artwork for our games. Like
Wow.
this is Black Smoke, more of a map. Okay, let me see if I can maybe present this thing. I come out a little bigger. So let me give you a little background now that we have this. It's going to be, and then I got to kind of go.
Okay.
So you can. This is what I want you to do. Between now and tomorrow night, I want you to think about your character. Okay. And then tomorrow night, we can roll up your character and give him some perks and stuff like that. Do you have dice?
Yes.
How many, you have enough dice? You have a lot of 6-siders and 20-siders and all this crap?
I have only one of each right now. I know.
All right. So you gotta go out and you gotta maybe get a few more 6-siders. Okay. Try to get like 6 or 7 or 8 of them.
Okay. It's
not that hard. You could just go to a store and buy a bunch of dice. I think they sell dice in little packs at Walmart. But I'm going to show you what Black Smoke is all about. Okay?
Yeah.
This is the city. This is the Thule River down here. Okay? And this is the lifeblood of trade. I don't know where this stupid thing came up from. How do I? Oh, crap. I didn't want to do that. Yeah. I don't know what the hell that is. I just fucked up there. All right. So, I don't know. Why does that come? This is the river. And do you see this stupid thing laying over this?
Yeah, I see that.
But... Oh, yeah, that's blocking it. I got to figure it out. No. Why? Oh, okay. Okay. Why don't you go away? Why don't you go away, you little bastard? Oh, there you go.
There it is. Oh.
Huh, that is weird. Why would that come up? Anyway, maybe you can't see that. But this is the port of Black Smoke. And then this is the King's Highway that runs through the city. And it goes out the other side. And then over here you have, like, the Merchants Guild. And this is a place called Thickening, which you don't know about. Here's the city center. I think you can read that. This is River Run. This is like that little canal that runs through the whole city. And this is the Smob. So the Smob is like the slums. Okay? And the slums is where, if you're in the 4th group, the Toreadors, that's their territory. Okay? So they're kind of in the corner, almost being pushed off into the river. Okay? Now, what's one thing that's very important that I have not told you about is up here, the Church of the One True Way and the Silver Citadel. So this is very important to understand the politics of Avalon. Urban Magnus was the high cleric of Foltus. And Foltus is a god of light and truth and the one true way. And when he was victorious, then he decided to convert the entire kingdom to the one true way. And the one true way is a religious order. And in order to get everybody to convert, he founded the Silver Order. And the Silver Order is made up of 2 factions. One faction are the Silver Priests. The Silver Priests are the priests. And they're the ones that, hold the services and they kind of administer the religion. They're kind of like the bishops and the priests and the popes of our world. And then there are the Silver Knights. And the Silver Knights are like the marshals. Okay? And their job is to go from place to place to make sure that the one true way is being followed. And they take orders from the Silver Priests. So in this little tiny area over here, in this huge corrupt city, is where the Silver Order and the Church of the One True Way had their little sort of stronghold. Now, I'm not going to give you all of the information about how they run their way, but the Silver Knights are paladins.
Okay.
And they have jurisdiction everywhere. Okay, but there's the city guard patrols the streets, and the King's Highway is patrolled by the King's Highway Patrol. And between the 2 of them, they are kind of the representation of the law of the kingdom. But within this corrupt city of Black Smoke, knowing that the first faction has the government, there's also other types of street law, okay? Namely, the muscle, okay? And the city guard generally looks the other way when the muscle wants to do something. If they aren't directly enabling them, they're certainly not disabling them, okay? And over here in the Black Smoke Bazaar, that's the main market, okay?
All right.
Now, there's one more thing over here called the Elven Enclave. So the Elven Enclave are the only representations of Elven civilization or Elven culture, and they all keep over there. Okay, the elves. Now, if you're a half elf, you know of the Elven Enclave, and depending on how you act and live, you might be welcome there, you might be banned, depending on what you choose to do in your life, and we can work all that out. Okay. But you'll probably start your little life over here in the Smob. Okay. Right. Over here is the Barren Wood. The Barren Wood is just like you would wonder why the city doesn't go all the way to the river. It's a good question. There's something going on over there in the Barren Wood that nobody's cut down any trees and built any houses over there. And now across the river, you notice there's nothing. Because that's the Black Smoke Wood. Okay. And I'm going to try to show you another map here. I don't want to give away too much, though. I want to show you the whole continent, but trying to... I think it'd be helpful if you saw the whole continent, but I don't know where my continent map is. I think it's up here. Yeah, I think this is it. Did I have a better one? It's just the same.
Would you say there's a large representation of half-elves in Black Smoke?
We can say that if we want.
Oh.
Yeah. We can say whatever we want.
Okay, because I was trying to think of my race would be frowned upon because I'm a mixed breed, or if I was trying to think of different things.
All right, yeah, we can get into all that. Not sure if we're going to do that right now, but this is this is the continent in question. Can you see?
Yes.
I think I have a better map than this, but this is just the one that Nicholas made. So you can see where Black Smoke is over here. Okay.
Smoke. Okay.
And the Earth Cut, where all this bad shit went down, is right over here. So it's pretty close. And this is the Eastern Territories that I was talking about. And this is the King's Highway that goes all the way back to Avalon, which is the capital. Okay?
Okay.
And down here is some other territories. And over here is Dunsmore. The Dunsmore is another kingdom besides Avalon. And Dunsmore used to be the dominant kingdom, but they actually got completely sacked and destroyed by Malbone 100 years ago. Mm-hmm. And that was the first place that he went because they were the strongest, and he conquered them. So they're kind of like, you don't really know what goes on over there, but it doesn't sound too good. These are the Seold lands. That's where all the halflings are from. These are like the plains and the grasslands, like the shires.
Yeah.
Okay. And the Black Smoke Wood is on both sides of the river. And, it's on this side is where the Earth Cut is. There's the Great Waste up here. There's a lot of other cities and towns up here where you've never been to. And this is Avalon over here. I have a better map than this. And this is the Azure Sea and the Southern Ocean. So you don't know what's across this sea. You've never been there. Mm-hmm. And over here is Aurea, which is an island kingdom. And there's Equisania, Arachnia, Vasliru, all these other places. So getting back to what I was saying about, we're going to stop that. So you'll get I'm going to send you a packet here. Why can't I exit? Okay. So we're back now. Did you take all that in? Did you memorize it? Every single word? That's fine. I didn't mean that.
A few. Quite a few.
You can see there's a lot of data to absorb. That's for Justin.
Yeah.
And you could be creative in how much Yugo really knows.
Mm-hmm.
You remember, as an actor, you know more than your character.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And it is your skill and talent that makes your character have a slice of that information that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm gonna what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I want to tell you. So there's the one true way and the church, okay?
Okay.
Now, there's also the king and the kingdom and the Imperials, okay? And then there's a third faction, which is very important to understand, and that's the Mage Academy.
Okay.
So you may not know much about magic as your character, but I'll let Justin know a few things. Kin is a place that has a magic dearth. You know what a dearth is?
Dearth? No.
A dearth is a deficiency or a reduction.
Okay.
Magic is far and few between,
Um,
okay, in Avalon. And the
okay.
reason for that is the earth cut is sucking all the magic out of the kingdom. So all innate powerful mages, they all come from the academy. This is like the hub of all magic power. Okay? So the Mage Academy is sort of in opposition to the Silver Order.
Really?
Because the Mage Academy, they're like the scientists. Okay?
Uh, um,
And and look, the reason this is a compelling story is because it mimics real life in a lot
yeah,
of ways.
exactly.
Okay? It gives people something to grab onto that isn't too hard to remember, like in maybe Game of Thrones. People can't remember like 7 facts at once. But it's a very popular Game of Thrones. I can't criticize it. But the Mage Academy is like a conglomerate corporation. Okay?
Okay.
The one true way is like a religion. And they're both vying for the same thing, and that is the attention of all the people.
Hmm.
And they each have their own methods. I'll give you an example. Since magic is very rare, the Mage Academy, with all their magic power, they become like a corporation, and they want to sell things to the people to make sure they remember that the Mage Academy and their products are more important than the Silver Order and their prayers. Okay?
Wow.
They want to vie for attention. So what the Mage Academy does is they make little magic potions of all different types, and they sell them or give them away to all the people. So, for example, if you had, say, a disease, the
Hmm.
Mage Academy has a variety of little potions and elixirs that will cure your diseases. You take it, and you
Hmm.
feel better. Or if you're possessed by the devil, they'll sell you a depossession. Okay? These little potions are extremely popular. They're for sale on every street corner in the kingdom. You
Hmm.
buy them, they're pretty cheap. You use them once, you throw them away. Okay? But you always remember the Mage Academy has your little potion. Now, if you have a little more coin, you might buy a trinket. And a trinket you might be able to wear, and it might protect you on a constant basis for a period of time until its power wears off, and you need to go back and buy another one. So the Mage Academy is constantly working up all these products. Now, of course, they work on other products too that, for Justin's sake, are way beyond what Yugo would know about. They create weapons. They build great buildings and structures,
Wow.
ships, okay? And they also supply and watch over all the gold from the kingdom because they control the vaults and the catacombs that the king keeps all his money in because they have magical protections of those places.
Hmm.
Now, on the other side of the coin, the church or the one true way, they want a lot of favor with the king also. So they send over all their seers and all of their, you know, holy men to try to convince the king that he should make these decisions because that's what Foltest would want. And they should make these decisions, and these are the good people, and these are the bad people. And this is the way it's been for 100 years.
Hmm.
Remember I told you about Zoran?
Yeah.
Now, Zoran founded the Mage Academy 100 years ago. That's
Okay.
his spot. And Urban Magnus was his brother-in-law, who has since died many years ago. His son became the king, and he has since died, and now his grandson is the king, and his name is Torin. So Torin is the third in line. That's from the treatment. And Torin is the king now. And now is the time of the great darkening. There was a great golden age for Avalon in its first 50 or 60 years. And Torin came to power about 16 years ago as a younger man, after his father, Yund was his name, the second king, he passed away. And as we all know, as the lineage gets longer, the nobility gets weaker.
Mm-hmm.
So Torin is a little paranoid as he's watching all this bad news come to him from the Black Smoke Wood. There's stories of refugees fleeing the eastern lands as their farmlands are taken over by evil forest creatures. These rumors are flying everywhere. Now, Black Smoke is a pretty bad place anyway. Mm-hmm. But in your short time there, you know things are getting worse and worse. Now, one of the things that goes on in Black Smoke is called the Temptation. Even within the Syndicate and all of their machinations to control each other and the rest, there's another faction in there somewhere that you can't really put your finger on. But all of your friends and your cohorts talk about the Temptation. The Temptation is something that comes to you in a dream of wealth and power and comfort. And in these dreams, you are tempted. You are tempted to cross over and enjoy what's being shown to you in your dream world. And somewhere in your history, you had a friend, and one day he woke up, and he was totally different. He seemed to be just so much more fortunate, so much luckier. And after a couple days, he rose up in the ranks of the syndicate, and you never saw him again. And you've heard of stories like this. Oh, I'm getting an echo. I don't know whether you changed something.
Is that me?
I'm getting an echo of me through your mic.
Really?
Yeah, we got to watch out for that. That happens sometimes. That'll ruin the audio. Damn.
Well, I could get.
No. It was something. Are you playing a speaker? Is it coming out of a speaker? But it's been doing that the whole time, right?
Yeah. The whole time it's been playing out of my monitor. It just started just now.
Yeah. Check. Yeah, it's feeding back. But all right, we'll just keep going. Try to get a set of headphones.
Yeah, I could get that tomorrow.
So you don't have the sound bouncing off your walls and back into the speaker of your microphone. You gotta have a headset. Like, see, I use these. Mm-hmm. I actually do my sound through my phone.
Oh. I wonder if I could.
Yeah, you can go to Hangouts on your phone and join the same session and just do your hands free if you have.
Yeah, I should be able to just do that.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. That's just a little annoying for me. So the temptation. The temptation is something that scares you very much. You've had these dreams before. Dreams of places where there's no black smoke. Remember, the black smoke hangs over everybody every single day. The sun never shines that well through the smoke. You're so used to the smell now, you don't even know that it has a smell. But if you look at the buildings, the sides of the buildings, they're like black. And it's not a dust that you can rub off. It's like a stain. The streets, any of the things that are in the streets, even the people, they just look dusty and ashen. But they just live with it. They got nothing else they can do. Even the river looks black. And the woods, well, you look across the river at the Black Smoke Wood, and it's black. But it lives anyway. And there are horrible noises that come out of these places, howls and grinding and the snapping of branches that might be tree trunks. Now, the King's Highway goes to the southwest, like I was showing you the map. And maybe your character's ventured down the highway, maybe he hasn't. But you know the stories of merchant caravans being slaughtered on the highway. Even the King's Highway patrolmen being lost, never seen of again. Yes, definitely. In your recent memory, things are getting worse and worse. Maybe all you have is your little tiny dream of your future. Maybe there's something more in store for you. Maybe not. So that's kind of the theme of what's going on in Black Smoke.
Okay.
Maybe Yugo thought he was going to go on one path the last couple of years, and maybe he sees like it can't happen. There's like an impending doom feeling with almost everybody in town.
Okay.
They're withdrawing. They're stocking up their basements. They're trying to make friends. You see people who look like they haven't slept in weeks, maybe years. Bags under their eyes, delirious, and listless, without energy. Of course, they're much easier prey for somebody to just mug them, rob them, or kill them. But that's kind of the way life is in Black Smoke. And there's one other thing. There's a rumor going around that there's this big event coming that maybe there's some weird story of a girl, a very important girl that's been the focus of a lot of people's attention. And she has just been kidnapped by your faction.
Wow.
Brought to a secret place that you don't know where it is. And everybody wants that girl. Everybody wants that girl.
I have no idea, though. Why?
You don't know anything about it. You don't know whether to believe it. You don't know how you can profit from it. You don't know who wants what.
Would I have seen it?
You haven't seen it, but there's one thing else that you really remember. Just a few nights ago, there's a legend of the silver star in the sky. It's a star. And through the Black Smoke, you almost never see a star.
Mm-hmm.
And just 2 nights ago, everyone in Black Smoke saw the same thing. They saw the silver star become 100 times brighter for just a couple of hours, shine through the smoke like the smoke had been lifted. And then it faded away. And maybe you didn't even know what it was, but you asked around and you found out. The silver star is the light of Fultus. And it lit up the sky for a couple of hours, and then it was gone.
Okay.
So that's what's been happening of late. Now, just a few hours ago, in your character's life, there was some kind of ruckus in the Smob. The Smob is pretty small, and you don't miss much. There was some kind of battle. You didn't actually see it, but you heard several really loud, window-shaking thunderclaps. And it ain't raining. And then you saw a lot of scuffling and people running in different directions. And then it was quiet. Something happened. So, if you are interested, Justin, we have a spot for you. But I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to do some homework.
Yeah, I mean, you would send me some of a lot of this information.
I'll send you what they call a welcome packet. There's also an NDA that you have to sign.
Oh, yeah,
there's
sure.
like no, it's a release to use your image and your voice. Okay.
Okay.
And I'll craft one up and send it to you. So we should meet tomorrow night, a little later because I got to interview someone else who wants to join.
Okay.
Between now and Wednesday, I want you to get headphones. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't matter how nice they are. I don't really care. They could be like this. I'm not a huge. Look, I'm trying to make a deal to get really cool hardware sent to all of you to have the same stuff.
Yeah.
It's a 4K webcam with a boom mic and some really nice headphones. But I can't afford to pay for that myself. I'm trying to get a sponsor. Mm-hmm. And then we'll show you how to set it up. You have broadband connection. I think your connection's pretty good.
Yeah, broadband. Yeah.
What kind of camera are you using?
Oh, right now, this is just the camera that's just on the monitor at the moment.
All right, yeah. I mean, I don't know what you want to do. I mean, I have this Logitech HD 1080 camera. I mean, it was like $90, maybe not even $90, maybe $60.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to invest in one of those. I don't know. I can't ask you to spend money, but I think my picture looks pretty good, right?
Yeah, it does. Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be for Wednesday. It's something if you really get into it. You know, one of our cast members has a lot of great tech. You'll look. By the way, we're going to talk tomorrow night, but your character, you have to be in tune with me first, because I'm going to bring your character in a certain way.
Okay.
We can work together like actor and director, and then you'll have a lot of fun with these other people. Because they don't know you, they don't know who you are, they don't know why you're there. Okay, but that's all I really have for now. I'm going to send you a packet, and I need you to sign that release and send it back if you want to be involved. I like you, Justin. I hope you have some good, and we always have good feedback. We talk about everything. If I were to ask you to rate your knowledge of the rules of D&D from 1 to 10, where do you think you would be?
Rate my knowledge in the world of D&D, you said?
Yeah, the rules of D&D.
Oh, man, 1 to 10? Probably a 4, maybe?
Okay.
Basically, anything I know is from Critical Role, and I don't think they play it right.
Yeah, I mean, look, we play a very different brand. We play mostly role-playing, almost always in character, okay? But I will warn you about one thing.
All right.
The fun of watching, remember, there's always a fourth wall. There's always an audience, okay?
Yeah.
Is that they don't know what's going to happen, even if they know the rules of D&D, okay? Mm-hmm. Better than us. We do not roll initiative, okay? I don't know if you know what initiative is.
Oh, yeah.
We do not roll initiative.
Really? Okay.
No, that's a waste of time. Think of everything. Look, this is how I want it. Since you played all these fantasy video games, it's going to run like a video game. Okay? Where it's very important for each person to think about what they're going to do and speak up at the right time to make the best chance for it to succeed. Okay?
Okay.
So if you and him and her are all in a room and the bad guy comes in with his sword drawn, it's just go time. It's go time. Maybe you talk your way out of it. Maybe you throw a chair at him. Maybe you run away. Maybe you shout to the barbarian, "Hey, man, hit that guy," or whatever it is. Don't wait. Maybe sometimes you want to wait in the background and be like, let's see how this turns out. It's all up to you. But we do in-game, intense, real-time role-playing through combat. Imagine you're in a movie or you're in a scene in a video game. Mm-hmm. And you try to take those rules of D&D and your character and you bend them to your will to make something really cool happen. We've had some incredibly cool moments. Okay, the other characters you'll really love them. All right, they'll take to you really well. Okay.
Okay.
It's really a very, very interesting brand of D&D, and it's very unique. And this is kind of what the draw is to the game. Okay.
All
We
right.
don't roll it. We don't. I call for die rolls. Okay. Shit doesn't always work the way you think it is in the books. There's all kinds of factors. You can use these mitigating factors to your advantage. If you don't even bother to think about them, maybe they'll be to your disadvantage. That's my one warning to you. The more you plug into what your character will do, the more true to your character. Now your character's brand new, so I don't know them yet. But we'll quickly understand what your character's into. Now you told me one thing: he's out for himself. Yeah. And all good characters have an arc. Right? Do they go through a journey? Do they change? Okay. Do they stay the same? Do they fade away? Right? So that's my spiel to you about how we play. You do have a character sheet, so why don't we get together tomorrow night, and we'll roll up your character, and you can spend the time between now and then to maybe take a few notes about your backstory, and some of the skills you want to focus on. Go into D&D Beyond and study, because we do have to produce that character sheet, and you got to lock that thing down, and then you look at it and be like, this is who I am, and then you role play it the rest of the time. Okay. All right. Yeah. Great meeting you. Any other any questions for me?
No. Should I have a picture? Like, should I have a picture of what I think he looks like? Or
dude, if you want to draw something, I'd love to see your artwork.
Oh God, no! I'm a terrible drawer.
If you want to go on Google and look for somebody who looks like you might look, that's fine too. I don't care. But I'll have Nicholas. Once you establish your character, he'll draw a character sketch for you because all the other guys have them.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right, I got to break off. I got some other stuff to do. Really great meeting you, Justin. I think you got all your tech figured out. And I will say one thing. The more we email, the more you pique my interest and vice versa, the better you'll have fun. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, man. Do your homework. Get that headset. See, now that echo's gone. That's weird. That was around.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm not sure. But I'm going to get headphones.
All right. Now, next time we play, we're going to play in character. You and me.
Okay.
So you got to have something ready to go and looking for something from you. All right?
So next time. So when?
Tomorrow night. I'll send you an email about what time tomorrow.
Okay.
I got to interview this girl. I'm going to try to get her in if she's into it. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. We want one girl and the rest boys. That's the cast.
Okay.
That's like the best kind of cast. I don't need two girls. That gets to be crazy. Actually, but if you know any girls who want to play, we'll interview them too. But females are really important to the show.
All right, absolutely, yeah.
If you know what I mean. All right, sir. Have a great night, and if you have anything, just email me. Okay.